what do we have here? This is a Ruger Mark IV. This has been in production since 1949, I believe it was. The Mark III, Mark II, Mark III, and Mark IV. I think the Mark III was like a Target model, or had a bull barrel, had a thicker barrel, it did have this taper on. The Mark II, I believe, had wood grips. These grips are pretty nice, actually. I mean, they look pretty with the Ruger symbol there. I might look on the Amazon or something and see if I can find me some wood grips. That'll be pretty, I think. This is clear, as you can see, it is clear. Mag release is right here. Mag shoot on out. This comes with two mags, beautifully enough. While the Bersa Thunder came with one mag, and of course PPKS, which is deceased, came with one mag. The Ruger Mark IV has two mags, which is kind of pretty. You see right there, standard says Mark. This is the standard version. The standard version, if you look down the sights, it is just some basic black sights. No dots, nothing. Your Bersa Thunder had a little rear dot and front dot. So did the Walther PPKS. This regular old just regular black sights, metal sights. The back, I guess you could drift it if you wanted to, because it's dovetailed in. The front is not driftable, but I do see it looks like a roll pin right there. Anyway, this feels good in the hand. Feels really good. Yeah, feels good. It's a lot different grip angle than you get the Bersa and look at the Bersa and try to line the barrels up straight. I get in the camera, yeah. The grip angle is a lot more aggressive, I guess. Yeah, it's nothing to complain about. It's about just getting used to it. Once you shoot it a couple times, you get used to it. I'm pretty sure. Takedown is so simple. I used to have a Mark III. It had a bull barrel. It was a Ruger 2245, I guess it was. I think it was. Had a bull barrel on it, and he had a little latch. You had to pop up, and it was a pain in the butt to dismantle. This here has a good nice safety. There's a safety. There's an ambi. Yeah. Red is dead. Safety on, safety off. But yeah, you just hit the little button here, and this whole thing pivots up, and then pops up, comes right off. You take the upper off the lower. Your bolt is basically just one piece. The little recoil spring right here runs down this way and attaches this right back here. Yeah, it's a great little gun the way it's designed. It's been around since 1949. Like I said, there's this mag disconnect, so you can't pull the trigger when the mag is out. Like I said, it's nice that it has two mags. That's really nice. Locks open. But yeah, this is a nice little gun. I think I'm gonna like it. My goal now, since I put 4,000 rounds to the Bersa Thunder, and you have to oil every single bullet. Well, you have to oil the top of every bullet, the first bullet of every mag, in order to make it function. I'm pretty sure this is gonna function a lot better. Not because it's a Ruger versus a Bersa Thunder, because of the barrel length. The chamber starts about right here, just the bolt, and the chamber starts right here. So the barrel is basically from here, there, and let me lock this. Same thing here. The barrel starts about here and ends right there. And if you look at it, it's by far it's a lot longer barrel. And I think this longer barrel is going to have a little more dwell time for pressure to pretty much eject any round out. One of the big downsizes for any compact 22s, especially when you get even more compact than the Bersa Thunder, is the shorter your barrel is, a lot more finicky it's going to be because of your slide weight and the mass of your slide, and just the fact that you have a short barrel. Mostly any kind of firearm, pretty much the shorter the barrel you have, the more voodoo you have to do in here to order to make it have enough pressure to throw that slide back. Or in a rifle case, or throw the bolt back, you start getting these little short ARs or short AKs. Your gas ports have to be larger. You just had to have a lot more pressure to throw that bolt back, because your bullet leaves the barrel. Once the bullet leaves that barrel, there's no point in your pressure going back. It's just now all your pressure being out the front of the barrel. So I want to put, let's see, I'll start with the brick of Remington Golden Boys, or Remington, whatever they're called nowadays. Bricks like 520, 25 rounds, I think it is, for a brick. I want to start off with that. I want to throw some stingers through it, and then I'll be going through some Winchester, the Varmint stuff, the Varmint X, the stuff that this and the Walther PPKs didn't like. It was a 40 grain round, leading at around 1,400 feet per second, and it would not cycle this to save its life. It's like, now, if I remember right, that's what blew up my PPKs. It was one of those Varmint rounds. So I want to put some Varmint rounds through it eventually, but I want to first start off with the stingers, see if we'll fire stingers, and then I want to throw some a whole box of Remington golden bullets into it, or 500 rounds, and we'll see how the 500 rounds go. And then after that, then I'll be throwing just all kinds of just whatever I can find into it. I have a sneaky suspicion, being a longer barrel, this will not be anywhere near finicky. I think it's going to eat everything. If this barrel is shorter, I would imagine it could have the same issues as my Burst of Thunder. I might even get fancy. I'm kind of wondering, barrel length aside, how much does this bolt weigh? Because this when you pull the trigger, the round going off, that back force has to throw this back bolt and handle everything all together, because this don't have a slide. It's the bolt internally. And your rails, there's no rails. This whole chamber here is your rail. But I'm kind of curious how much this weighs compared to just the slide of the Burst of Thunder. Because because it's the same process. You pull the trigger, and the bullet going out the way, that gas pressure that builds up as it pushes the bullet back, it pushes that brass, and it throws your bolt or your slide, throws your slide back, and your slide has to throw your hammer back, and bullet goes that way, and that one instant of pulling trigger, it has to throw this thing back and reset everything, and that's somewhere in this short barrel. That's the problem. Now this is also a hammered fired gun here. So let me yank it apart real fast. Okay. So basically, this is your hammer right here. So your hammer is same if he was same concept as the Burst of Thunder. Here's your hammer right here. So it's basically the same location, except being on outside of the firearm. It's on the inside of the firearm. And this is your bolt, and your hammer actually sort of fires, throws in between your bolt itself and the little extender with the grip. Try to keep the thing in focus. And let's take it apart. So this is your whole bolt. And man, this thing feels lighter than the whole slide on the Burst Thunder. Here's the recoil spring right there. That's your spring. It's internally kept. Yes, and I did oil this a little bit. Did put a little bit of oil on it. But yeah, that's your bolt. Firing pin is right there. I'm not sure if you can put it in focus. Probably not. Yeah, it's what it is. But yeah, it's a very simple design, really. There's no slide rails or anything. This whole thing is the bolts inside here, encapsulated inside here. So, and a little piece in here that keeps it locked in place. So yeah, it's a really nice design. I like this design. I really do. I might do some Googling and find some wood grips. I think wood grips would be pretty on it. But yeah, that's a little keeper that this little pin here lines up in with that hole right there, and this little notch right here correspond with this little notch right here that I'm actually pressing. So yeah, it's a very simple way to take down compared to the old version. The old version was some voodoo. You had to do some voodoo to get it apart. At least for me, it did. New version, nice. And once you get back together, it's real simple. Yeah, it's a little notch there. It sits in a notch. And you just a little nub that comes through there, and you sort of snap it in place. And this is your this is your thing right there. So yeah. So let's stick to the range. Like I said, I'm gonna put about 500 plus rounds of Remington Golden Bullet and 50 rounds of Stingers. Those first ones I'm gonna be putting through it. Then afterwards, I'm gonna go just whatever I throw at it. I'm gonna throw at it all kind of different brands and weight, grain weights, and I might throw some. Well, I know the 22 quiets won't fire because in a rifle it won't fire. So if a rifle won't fire, it sure won't fire in a handgun. But yeah, I'm gonna throw everything at it and see how it turns out. Okay, the first of the 500 plus rounds, 550 odd rounds. And the reason I'm going with the Remington Golden Bullets is the fact I can buy them in bulk. These come in, like I said, 525 rounds per box. The Westerns, Winchester Westerns, come into 1,000 rounds per box. So, and I love the fact that it came with 2 mags because my previous test with the Burst of Thunder and the Walter with 10 rounds per mag. That was my bottleneck, was loading mags up. And through all the shooting, the only malfunction I had was really ammo related. I had one round that was sort of underwhelming and didn't eject all the way. I still piped. Other than that, it was really flawless. Here I'm going for the headshots. Sights were clear on. I mean, it's again they're basic black sights. But even black sights, I think it was 7 yards. A lot of times I go shooting at 7 yards. That's your defensive range minimum you want to get anyway. But 7 yards, just with basic sights, you're still spot on. I would say the only variant is going to be your 22 cartridge itself because they're not not often 100% reliable when it comes to the velocities and stuff like that. But other than that, it really shoots good. The grip angle, I got used to that pretty fast. Now the question is, when I go to a pistol that doesn't have that grip angle, will I have to mentally readjust to a different grip angle? I don't really think so. I got so many different firearms that are different makes and models. It shouldn't matter too much. I think. And having multiple mags really makes doing these bulk ammo stuff really easy. I think Academy has some Ruger mags that fit the Mark IV. I think, but they're like $30, something like that. But you can see, it can drill holes. Now there's one large odd round that it's on like the 8 ring on this target. That was someone next to me who put their 9mm through it. So I don't know. I don't know how that happened. That was me though. That's 9mm. That's someone. I don't know how they're right next to me, but maybe they did this. I don't know. But yeah, it can drill holes. It can drill holes in paper for sure. This is the last 20 rounds. It fired all 550 plus rounds. The Stingers, it fired flawlessly. Not a single hiccup on those. but it fired all 550 rounds flawless, except those 2 rounds that were underwhelming, I guess you can say. That had this little poof instead of a bang. That didn't want to eject all the way. But other than that, the firearm itself fired without any problems, any hiccups, no malfunctions. Mags work great. I like it, so I'm waiting to put another 500 rounds through it. But this is the results of 550 rounds. Um, and yeah, basic size, but the sights are spot on.